Hold on.
Action.
Stop it. We don't have Wi-Fi. We don't have Wi-Fi.
It's okay. Go.
We're live?
Yes.
Okay, hi everybody. I'm Professor Dave Fury with Sifu Alan Goldberg. We're here today at Sifu's location, his Kun, and we're here to set a few things straight on behalf of the Black Dragons, the nonsense that's been going on with that, and some people that are behind all that, that are causing a whole lot of trouble or havoc to some of our close friends. Again, I'm Professor Dave Fury, and I'm speaking as a director or regional director, which I was appointed by the Black Dragons, and just to show that I'm for real and I'm not lying, this is the certificate that states that I was issued by Ashita Kim, so known as Ashita Kim, from the Black Dragon Fighting Society, that shows that I'm a regional Black Dragon internationally, and that I'm here not only as a representative, but as one of the heads of the Black Dragons as an inductor and a representative also of the Black Dragons that we were being issued and given. As you see, all this paperwork that I'm showing, it was issued again on behalf of the Black Dragon Fighting Society, so known, Ashita Kim, Frank Dukes, and so on and so on. All these degrees that were issued by these individuals, not only by the society itself, was false. The people that were issuing...
Plain and simple, let me jump in. It's the patients running the insane asylum. That's as simple as it gets.
Okay.
And I give this 100 respect to Dr. N.Y.C, because out of the whole group, he's the one who's held things together and done the right thing. I said, but there is so much injustice being done within that organization that it's totally ridiculous.
Okay. Thank you. Again, there is no choreographed plan of speaking here. We didn't write no dialogue. This is live. And again, I'm here to set things straight. Okay, first of all, on behalf of me, Professor David Fury, and me being a representative and one of the directors internationally to the Black Dragons. Okay, so getting back to the point of things. Certain individuals outside of the board of the Black Dragons, so-called Black Dragons, by the BDFS, okay, they're non-existent, they're not real. 5 years I spent within the organization here in the United States, not only internationally before then, but over here there is no legitimacy behind the individuals that were issuing these certificates without going directly speaking. The board, nobody knew who was getting what, and there were monies being collected from people, honest people, real soldiers, real martial artists, and letting them believe that this organization was legitimate. I myself did at first, because I know the Black Dragons internationally from all other countries. But in United States, I believe that because of the real Black Dragons, who are mostly veterans, again, mostly veterans, not only martial artists, they're legit. But the people that were issuing these certificates, and again, also attacking others, and also not being legitimate organization, because the real Black Dragon Fighting Society belonged to an individual by the name of Agwar legally, which I have.
It's all in court papers and all proven, right?
Correct.
And unfortunately, Mr. Aguilar has had problems, went to court, has actually shut the website down a few times, And we don't blame people for trying to do it, but the truth of the matter is there are two basic groups of the Black Dragons. The original one, which is Aguilar, and the also one that was made up in the 90s by Mr. Day. Great idea if you want to do it, but you know, the difference should be noted, okay? And Mr. Dukes and Mr. Sheeta Kim kind of going a little to their head. They did, within the organization, vetting. And the truth of the matter is that they're vetting people. If they vetted themselves, they couldn't even have vetted themselves because their backgrounds are not legitimate within the eyes of most martial artists. And all I tell you is plain and simple, just Google it. I'm not going to go into details and stuff like that, but there's enough online, which of course everyone will say is fake, but there's enough online when you put these gentlemen up front, you'll see it yourself what it's all about. I only say judge for yourself. I don't tell you that these guys are this, that, or the other thing. Judge for yourself.
I just want to add, on behalf of myself and as a representative for the International Black Dragon Fighting Society, that I am no longer and really haven't been part of the BDFS because it's illegitimate. The people that stand behind these diplomas, these certificates, which was issued to me, again, this is what was issued to me. Okay, all these certificates, all these signatures, although they're legitimate martial artists, the individuals that, most of them, have issued these certificates, this certificate, and other certificates which were unlegitimate, not been checked out, not been verified. These certificates were issued on behalf of certain individuals that issued them themselves without verifying from the board, okay? And actually not only illegitimately issuing these certificates, but also bullying, again I say bullying other individuals from other organizations, not only within the organization itself, which, I mean, that's no standard. That's no standard of any kind of martial arts, especially in the martial arts of excellence. So, on behalf of me, Fury, and I speak for myself, of course, Sifu, Alan Goldberg is a big part of everything. I and Sifu will be legitimately reinstituting the International Black Dragon Legion with the real Black Dragons, and I hope in the future you will see more on behalf of the real Legion of Black Dragons International, not this so far society, so on. And I'm not talking about certain individuals like Reverend Dr. Donald Miskell, who is legitimate, and the other individuals who are part of the organizations who are unaware of really what's going on, because nobody would even think that such things would be done, but such is the world. Now, there are other things that we're going to touch upon in this conversation for the next few minutes of people who are abusing their power and abusing their capability, their rights, or because people know them, they think that they can make themselves more than what they are and try to bully, try to attack real individuals who are humble, who are loyal, who are decent for many years, because I believe in the fact that time always speaks the truth. And I'm going to let Sifu go a little bit more into the details of what we're trying to set straight here today. Sifu?
Yeah, I'm not one to join organizations, very honestly. I own my own magazine, my own event, and what I do is pretty much above board. Everyone knows me. I have a pretty good reputation within the world. But I don't put up with bullies. I don't put up with things, and I have proof. I mean, I just got an email today about one of the gentlemen from the Black Dragons that he's bullying some people out in Las Vegas. I've got, you know, a line which I'll mention. Sheeta Kim put a post up about that. He's through David and Gary Lee and a few other, Gary Amon, Mr. Keaton out of the organization. He has no right to do it. Okay. So the truth of the matter is, Sheeta Kim, you can't do that. That comes from Donald Miskell, which he already told you. is not allowed under your auspice, that's for sure. And again, vet yourself next time before you try to vet these people, okay? Then again, there are gentlemen that they're involved with, like Mr. Sanders. He's crying the blues now because people have gone after him because of his reign of attacking people for years, okay? And we have just proven that this guy is not what he says he is. And the real truth of the matter is, I myself, on my watch, I'm not going to allow any of these guys to attack women verbally, to say anything bad about a woman, or any smaller or individual martial artist. But maybe I had to take in the place of these guys, but I'm the guy that their mother warned them about, because I'm not going to allow them to try to hurt these other people. And yeah, oh, Mr. Goldberg, you know, why are you so obsessed with this? It's not obsessed. They try to ruin my reputation and my business. That will not happen. That is proof my event is almost sold out. Probably be our biggest year that we had in the last 10 years. We're doing great. We have wonderful people come to our event. And the real truth of the matter is, whatever their rhetoric is trying to ruin my business, down the road they wind up paying for it with their own reputations. So, you know, the new organization being made is only being made for the good people that are involved or who are involved in the Black Dragons, the second group of Black Dragons, because they don't like what's going on. I hear things from a lot of members that already quit and got out and just laughed at this stuff. Even if you look at the certificates, there's forged signatures on there. They have Count Dante's signature on there, and he's been dead for many years now. And if you go to Mr. Aguilera, who has all the paperwork on the Black Dragons, guys like Ashita Kim or guys like even Frank Dukes or any of these guys didn't even exist when Count Dante was alive. They were not in the Black Dragons. So to take an organization up to where they should be, they couldn't do it. And I give Mr. Aguilera a lot. I mean, the guy gets crazy and pissed off because he actually owns the rights to the Black Dragons. Dr. Miskell, I really feel, which I think he's a wonderful man. I really feel he was taken for a little bit of a ride. Some of these guys had the organization and pushed it and pushed it and pushed it for the simple reason that it gave them some credence in the martial art world. All right? Me, I'm a funny guy. I mean, I just got on the phone with my friend Michael DePasquale, and we laugh at all this stuff because we don't need, we go by our own prowess of what we've done in the martial art world. My background, I say, you want to know who the hell I am, I can give you my instructor's phone number that I'm with for 48 years. So I make no claims. I'm just a simple old Sifu. I'm not the Grand Master, I'm not the Grand Poobah or the world champion. I'm just Alan Goldberg, a martial art instructor. So, you know, we try to go back to truth. And with all the crazy titles that are out there and all the things that people are doing these days, there's no reason at all that it has to be done. Just enjoy the martial art world, enjoy the camaraderie. In my event, you know, they not knock this, I knock that. There's so many, we're putting a new organization together too, but martial art promoters. And we're going to fight back on these guys that just have stupid mouths, very honestly. Everyone is allowed to do what they want. This is America we live in. They don't like it. Well, the real truth is they don't get invited anywhere because nobody wants them there. My event is like a convention of old-timers, people that just get together, have a good time. And unlike other guys that maybe get 75 people to their little events, we get thousands, okay? It's got to be a reason for that. 20 years later, and I get thousands of people showing up because they realize the door is open to everyone who has a good martial art heart, that has a good heart for human beings. So I really have to say, you know, you want to be part of what we do, I have no problem. You don't want to be part, that's also no problem. Go on there.
Thank you, Sifu.
Coffee break.
Wait. Anyway, thank you for joining. I hope you understand what's going on here. I hope you write to us. You know where to reach me and Sifu. We're all over social media. I hope this sets some things straight for everyone as far as what we spoke about on behalf of what is legitimate and what is not, and what we're trying to do and what we stand for and who we stand behind and who we don't stand for behind, or who we don't stand behind, period. But the bottom line is this. We got to be real. We got to be real. And we can't hurt people that are loyal and that are committed.
But just
in
into the
reality.
martial arts for being martial artists. There's no friggin' egos that need to be brushed into something. I just want to say something very important. Whatever we say and the names and people we say, just Google them. Google a name and put the word fraud or fake after it, and you will be totally amazed. I did it myself. That was not one, okay? But when I did the other names, some of the Black Dragons, there were thousands upon thousands upon thousands of Google write-ups or little links and stuff. So don't take my word for it. It's not important. Take your own word for it. Because when you see things and you're able to look into things, there's another gentleman out there called Lord Sapien. That's his writing name. And people thought it was me, but I'm a terrible writer, so it's not me for sure. But Lord Sapien is an investigator, and he found information on some of these guys. And just go to his website. It's called Martial Art Frauds and Fakes. It's amazing. Google that. And there are stories upon stories upon stories. Also, USA Dojo or martial art enterprises. You look on there. There are stories about some of these gentlemen that just undoubtedly proof they're not who they say they are. You may like that. That's fine. You want to listen to these guys. That's also fine. But the truth of the matter is, make yourself the judgment. Look into it and see for yourself.
Okay, so we're going to close up on this again to the Black Dragons who are not Black Dragons. We are at the present moment resetting all the records. We're resetting all the paperwork for the International Black Dragon Legion.
Well, American International.
American
International
American.
Black Dragon Fighting Legion.
Okay, and be patient. This is not something that's going to be written up on regular paper. This is something that we're going to put together as a yearly function so people understand the legitimacy, who stands behind all this, especially for America and the other international groups that work and represent Black Dragons and so on. I hope you all enjoyed all this. Please write to us and stay in contact and see for anything
I just
else.
want to say respects to Dr. Miskell, respects to
Absolutely.
Mr. Aguilar, all these
Absolutely.
other guys. I mean, if you look into their backgrounds, you'll see exactly what we're talking about. And if you'd like to learn how to levitate, go online, you'll find it also.
Take care, everybody. Us, right?